best wrestling podcast in the world. Fact, the road-wearing original Pete, the believing, power of positivity, keeping it Rollins, the Summit. Fact, the homicidal, the genocidal, the ECW loving, daring young creeping, Mr. No Days Off, Scott. Fact, the biscuit and gravy eating, Naomi loving, lunatic craving, the melting pot, JP, and you can bank on that. Fact, the Bailey hugging, the interrupting, the Jaeger drinking, mouth of the Carolinas, Lil Steven. Fact.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I miss you, Darren Young. Little Steven, Darren Young, in a evening gown match with Pat Patterson. Little Steven gets a little French Canadian in him. Jeff Hardy's going to face Jay Leno in a steel chairs match. People are just jealous because I got skills.
Here's my issue. Is it worse to get beat by one midget or three? Little Steven in a beer drinking contest with Naomi. I have this big issue with people. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Just kept it Rollins. Jimmy Hart, Triple H, X-Pac against Lil Steven in a microphone on a pole match. Anything can happen. Lightweight. If you don't want it, then don't bark it.
We're three-man band. That's horrible. I don't want to make you look bad.
You're fired, sir. When you want to hear me mess up, they're in Radioland. When you want to hear me not mess up, I did not know that. Wow. Wrestling with Attitude. When you want your beer, awesome.
Welcome to Wrestling with Attitude. I am the Summit of Wrestling. Joining me today is Little Steven.
Yep.
What's up, man?
Nothing.
Are you really rejoicing over your little list?
Hey, I like it, okay? Look.
It was good. It was all right.
And, I mean, I agree. Your list's pretty good. I think you'll make SmackDown watchable again, which I'm kind of excited.
It's the A program.
No. it better be now. I
don't think he's got a better roster than me. I don't think you have a better roster.
I think he has a better roster with a few people.
Who?
He's got Enzo and Cass.
Okay, and
he's got Ambrose.
Okay, but he's got Cesaro, Darren Young, Austin Aries is an A+. Heath Slater. Shit, I mean, no offense, dude.
No, but he's got Cesaro. Cesaro would be good. He'd be a good mid-carder.
Heath Slater, Naomi, who's barely on TV. Natalya has no charisma. Dolph Ziggler, definitely a good one.
That's a
Zack
good one.
Ryder, Hideo Itami, I think it's a sleeper. Shane McMahon shouldn't be even wrestling.
I think, tell you the truth, if you take
Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, he didn't need.
Do I have a Buddy Murphy? I got Baron Corbin.
You got Baron Corbin,
but Baron Corbin is a lot better.
But you got a Buddy Murphy.
But Baron Corbin is a lot better. Shane Thorne, dude. Shane Thorne. You know who he is?
No, I don't actually.
There you go.
If you take away some of those people, maybe you put Nakamura on there. If you put Bobby Roode on there. If you have put Finn Balor. No offense, I don't want to see Finn Balor on SmackDown. If he comes anywhere, I want him on Raw. I just want him on Raw. You know that as much as I do. Finn Balor needs to be on Raw.
Oh, no, I know that. No,
yeah.
he needs to be on SmackDown or Raw.
No.
Because if the draft goes the way we're talking about the draft going,
yes.
Okay, the Club, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor should be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
All four of them should be on SmackDown with John Cena. The way it should map out, those five should go to SmackDown.
Or Raw.
No, SmackDown.
Why do you want it?
Because if you take Rollins, the way I see it, and the way it should play out, you should have Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose go to Raw,
and Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is going to SmackDown. From what I heard and everything else, all right, Roman Reigns' reputation and everything else has hurt him. He should get drafted to SmackDown because he's gonna have to eat some crow to build himself back up again.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way he wins the World Heavyweight title at Battleground. Seth Rollins got a better chance. I don't think he wins, but I don't think Roman Reigns comes even close to winning that match.
And I don't think you're going to take it off Ambrose that early, but again, we've seen it happen before.
If they do, I think it'll be Rollins. I don't see it, any other way.
But they're not. Well, first off, I don't want to see Roman Reigns have it because that means he'll be a 4-time champion in less than 2 years.
Right. Are you paying attention to Periscope?
Yeah. No one's on here yet.
No one's saying anything?
Mr. Candlelight just got back. He goes, "Are you pretending to be Scott because he's not there either?" Yeah, he had to. He'll be back later.
JP will be back for the next segment, hopefully.
So,
but for right now, we were talking about our draft picks we did earlier. I'm excited for the draft this week. It should be good. Before we go into, actually no, we'll save the news for later. Let's do our top 5 first, and then we can go into that. I don't know if you remember what the top 5 is.
I do.
Do you? Actually, I changed most impactful top 5 picks. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Let me play the sound first.
WWA's Sound Off, where your voice can be heard.
Sound off, let 'em know how you feel. If the anger inside is real, sound off.
This week's Sound Off, or this week's top 5, is top 5 most impactful draft picks of all time in WWE draft history. That means forever the top 5 draft picks that made the biggest impact on wrestling.
So not the first draft. Not the first draft. Pick,
Not the first.
Okay,
the top 5 impactful because it's a little bit better. You could rank the top 5, but this is a little bit better. Mm-hmm. What did they just say?
I didn't read it. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to it. No, but okay. No, that'll work. All right. You
Do you have any?
Yeah, I got a few.
Do you want to go over number 1 or number 5 for you?
Yeah.
Or you want me to go?
I'm gonna say number 5. I'm gonna give The Rock a little bit of credit on this, just as the first draft being the first one for SmackDown. I feel like at that time, especially, he helped bring SmackDown, keep SmackDown on the map. Because, I mean, it was technically The Rock's show at that time. It was SmackDown. It was, basically named after him in a way. So
you do realize he got traded, right?
Yeah, but at first he was on SmackDown for a little bit. He was actually on there.
Do you know what they traded him for?
Yeah, was it Triple H? No.
No. It was Booker T and the Dudley Boys. And which, by the way, the Dudley Boys came to SmackDown, okay? Within a year, they were released from WWE.
Yes, Cena is in the top 5. He is in mine, but
he's definitely in mine. And then Booker T was changed to King Booker later on. But yeah.
All right. Well.
But anyway, I get it. I mean, I completely understand why he's in top 5.
I mean, I just feel like he was very impactful for SmackDown. I mean, I think SmackDown still would have survived without him. It's just, I think that helped. The Rock's on SmackDown. I got to watch SmackDown now. I mean, he was still a major player in that company when that happened.
Right.
The split of Miz and Morrison. Ooh, we'll get to that one.
Was that top moments?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no, that was the draft. Yeah, they split them up.
They split them up. Yeah,
all right, that's a good one. Number 5 for me is Daniel Bryan to SmackDown 2011. All right, let me explain this. As much as I don't give Daniel Bryan a lot of credit on the show all the time. Daniel Bryan was a good wrestler. He was good for the company. He helped the company move forward. The Yes movement was good. Okay, for the company. What?
I got that one coming up.
Yeah,
I got that one coming up.
I think we both got them coming up.
Of course.
But, he helped the company, and remember, he started the Yes movement, the No movement, whatever. Mm-hmm. He would be number 5. And if you remember correctly, before he got drafted to SmackDown, he's losing to Heath Slater and JTG on pay-per-views. So, someone that needed the move was Daniel Bryan, and he definitely made it work. So, that's my number 5.
All right. My number 4, and this is all just off the top of my head, so numbers might change, but Eddie Guerrero, I got to get that one out of there because when he went to SmackDown, he was in that title run forever. if you think about it, for 3 years until his awful passing, it was Angle, and then he went from Angle to Ray to it was Brock, then Angle, then Ray, then Batista. I mean, he did so much on SmackDown. And I believe that was... I think SmackDown was watchable because of Eddie Guerrero. So I'm giving Eddie Guerrero a part into my top 5. I believe he deserves to be on there.
No, that's a good one. That's your number 4?
Yeah, that might change. I feel like that should be higher, but I don't know.
For me, number 4 is Brock Lesnar's SmackDown in 2005. Or 2002, sorry.
2002?
2002 was Brock Lesnar.
Okay. I like that.
Because shortly after he won the World Heavyweight title and just kept rolling. So I'm going to say 2002 Brock Lesnar.
All right.
Who you got number 3?
Triple H when he went to
Triple H?
Raw. Because he was on SmackDown.
He was the one traded. Excuse me. He was one that was
Yeah,
traded
he's the one.
for Burger
Yeah, I
King
was about
Double
to
Bush.
say, man.
No, you weren't. But go ahead.
No, but I'm not talking about that one. I'm
Mr.
talking
Kenlight
about.
said Undertaker.
I'm talking about, what was it? 2000 when Ric Flair was in charge of
Right,
Raw
that
at
was
that
2002.
time. Yeah,
Yeah. It was.
I felt that was a good impact for Triple H to be on Raw.
So which one are you going?
Triple H.
Triple H. All right. No, that was a good one. Number 3 for me, CM Punk to Raw 2008, because he.
That'd be number 2 because you just went before me.
No, I'm number 3. No, that won't be number 2. It's number 3. I didn't go before you. I went Brock Lesnar to SmackDown. It was 4.
Yeah, sorry.
See, you started it. I finished it.
Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
CM Punk to Raw 2008. Shortly after, he cashed in, won the heavyweight title from Batista. That was huge. That's where he started his rise to the top. Mm-hmm. So, number 2 for you.
Okay. I'll go, of course, I got to go with Batista.
No, we didn't get Edge yet.
That's my number 1.
Edge?
Yeah, Batista. I got to go with Batista.
Batista
when he went to SmackDown. I'm talking when he went to SmackDown.
I've got
huge.
Batista number 2. Also, I'll go ahead and share it with you. It was 2005. That was a big moment, especially in his career. And my number 1's. What's your number 1?
Edge. I got it.
Edge. All right.
2004?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So Edge in 2004 was your number 1.
Yeah.
All right.
When he moved to SmackDown.
For me,
Raw. Yeah.
For me, it is the dominance of the last 10 years, John Cena to Raw in 2005.
Of course.
If you remember correctly, Batista went to SmackDown, John Cena went to Raw. They both had great careers after that. Batista had the World Heavyweight title for SmackDown, and he built his career. And, of course, John Cena over the last decade. Mm-hmm. You've seen what he's done.
I mean, he went...
So this helped. This, to me, was the most impactful draft ever because both of them – it's probably the best draft ever because Batista went to SmackDown, was a star. John Cena's been a star for the last 15 years.
And there's a what if
Last
for
10.
you. What if he never went to Raw? What if he just stayed on SmackDown? I think he still would have been impactful.
I don't know. What if Batista would have stayed on Raw? Because he was overshadowed by Triple H. Here's what if. I don't think Batista would bust through that glass ceiling that they talk about if he stayed. John Cena went to Raw and went through that ceiling. I don't think Batista would have done the same.
No, Batista would not have been.
Batista, I don't think would have busted it the way Cena did last decade.
Because of Triple H. It really had a lot to do with Triple H.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think – I think it's that some people hit as a draft.
What if there was never such a thing as a draft?
I'm glad there is a draft. How long does it happen before it gets old? Probably 2 years. I mean, honestly, probably 2 years. Because the problem is when we start going to kind of like we talked about today, nobody wants to see Enzo and Cass split up. Nobody wants to see the Wyatt split up. Nobody wants to see New Day split up. When you start splitting those guys up, because right now Enzo and Cass no way should be split up.
No.
But there's nobody in the world wants to see New Day split up right now.
No.
Because none of us in the world, I think Big E, Xavier Woods, or Kofi could survive by themselves right now as singles competitors. There's no way. Enzo and Cass, a little bit different, but Enzo would get buried if he was by himself right now.
Yeah.
He would be a great talker, don't get me wrong, a good IC U.S. champ, but
he'd be a jobber. He would be a jobber in a minute.
Right. I mean, look at Heath Slater and them. You know they get buried.
Why Xavier Woods? Or why not Xavier Woods? Xavier Woods needs...
Thank you for asking them to follow the
Thank
show.
you. No, Xavier needs the New Day right now. That's the issue. Xavier Woods needs New Day because I think he's a great talker. I think Xavier is awesome. But in the ring, Xavier. He's got a little bit... He's still rusty in the ring. He needs to get better. Like, he's not... But like I think him with Big E and Kofi right now, he's learning to get better in the ring. I think if you split him up now, Xavier Woods is just going to get buried. I think he's just going to go away.
Well, and that's the problem with some of these guys. If you remember with the draft where it got old, is the Dudley Boys started getting separated.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
You know, other guys started getting separated. And then you start drafting Paul Heyman. Why are we wasting a draft pick on Paul Heyman?
That was stupid. I think that was just a storyline to get rid of Paul, because Paul Heyman wanted out.
Where should Dana Brooke go? She should go with Charlotte. Where Charlotte's at, because if she goes anywhere else, she's going to get buried.
Yeah, I don't think she needs developmental right now. She just needs to stay with another diva. She needs to be like how Tamina was. When Tamina first came in, she was like a bodyguard.
Well, that's the reason I'm saying she should stay with Charlotte. Yeah. That way she can get that momentum and learn.
Yeah, she needs to be with somebody. But I wanted to talk about that whole thing with the Dudley Boys. I actually did, because I've been watching that lately. And when they got rid of Devon, sent him to SmackDown and sent Bubba Ray to Raw, they really tried to push Bubba Ray. Because if you remember, him and Triple H had a feud. They really tried to push Bubba Ray. It just didn't work out.
Which is funny, because he leaves there, they go and be a tag team in TNA.
And it works.
And Bubba, no, hold on before you finish my sentence. Bubba Ray actually gets over as a single guy, because Bully Ray got over in TNA. It was a good character.
But I just realized that I think he tried to do the Bully Ray character in WWE
probably
before. But I mean,
it just
before
didn't work. Sometimes it's hard to get over.
Yeah.
Look at Christian. Christian tried to get his character over in WWE. It never got over the way it should have.
No.
But he went to TNA. It worked in TNA. For some reason it worked there because he changed it a little bit. Then he came back to WWE.
You know, I'll give you one thing, though. I feel like when he went to SmackDown, when Christian went to SmackDown, when he did that switch, I think it worked better.
Well, no, it worked better when he went after he came back, is what I'm saying. He went to ECW. He's the ECW champion.
Yeah.
Because people actually bought into his character. Yeah. So he needed development with that. He had to go outside the company. And I think that's what's going to happen with Cody Rhodes down the line. I think he's going to go somewhere else. He's going to develop, and he's going to come back and be a huge star.
He'll be back. What you think of the Wyatt family and the Hardy Boys in the final deletion?
What do we think? I'm going to tell you, the Hardy Boys deletion thing, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. The Hardy Boys.
James Rant.
Yeah. If they would have done this a year ago, the editing on, I'm getting into the video editing part of it now, is horrible. I want to see less of his son. all right, and less of a Rebecca. I don't care about them. If he would have left it to Matt Hardy and what's the funny guy with the haircut? Titus? No, Tyrus now. Yeah, Tyrus.
Is that him now?
Yeah, Brodus Clay. If you would have left it to wrestling, I don't care about your house in Cameron, North Carolina, and all that. I want to see the actual...
Bray and Broken Matt had a feud on Twitter.
Yeah,
that's what he's talking about.
I did see that a little bit.
That.
I get it. But Matt's trying to have a feud with everybody right now because he thinks he's the greatest ever.
Because he sucks. No, because he wants the publicity. What do you do to get publicity? You rant or you say, I'm the greatest person ever. I mean, come on, dude.
But Matt Hardy has been saying he's the greatest ever for the last 20 years.
Yeah, I know. He has been.
And Jeff has been the one that's been the greatest. He does have a good mind for wrestling. There's no question about it. No, he's got a good mind for wrestling. Even Jeff tells you he's got a great mind for wrestling. He does, but he needs a filter.
He doesn't know how to...
The problem in TNA right now, he's got good ideas, but he has nobody to run it by.
No filters.
He has nobody to say, hey, does this sound good? Does this sound bad? What is it? TNA is silly enough right now, or stupid enough, to run with everything he says.
Yeah. Because all the creative people are all his friends, basically.
Right. And if you watch TNA, the last 2 weeks have been 45 minutes of Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Of a 2-hour show.
Well, I thought someone stole your, editing skills or something, because I saw way too many explosions. I thought I was looking at
There's a lot of explosions.
It was so stupid.
To me, to watch Jeff Hardy lose his name because he fell off of top of a logo that Matt Hardy lit on fire, it was horrible. The finish of it was horrible.
Is Hames becoming the Joey style? Is James becoming the Joey
I'm trying
style?
not to, man.
JoJo, we'll talk about that in a minute,
What?
about Shaq ESPYs.
Oh, yeah. No, I got
we'll
that in our
about
wrestling news. Don't worry.
we'll talk about that.
But before we do that, let's get into Raw real fast. I wanted to run through it. And then the next show we'll talk about all the wrestling news and
Cool.
stuff. From Detroit, Michigan, Battle Royal for number one contenders match, for number one contenders for IC title. Darren Young wins the Battle Royal. Woo!
Is no one happy? No?
I'm happy, but here's my problem with this one thing. He wins the Battle Royal when it's his first night back on TV. Okay? I don't know what's up with back.
I don't know what that was all about.
But Darren Young, I want to see. You shouldn't win. And trust me, I won't see Darren Young push for the title. Don't get me wrong. We've seen 5 weeks of vignettes, and then his first night on TV, he wins a number one contenders match.
I feel like,
and we know he's not going to beat The Miz for the title. That's the problem. We know that he's not.
It's just like Baron Corbin winning the freaking Andre the Giant Battle Royal or Battle Memorial. It's like with the Baron Corbin thing. Never seen him before, only in NXT. All of a sudden, he wins this trophy. It's the same thing.
You need to actually see him. I would rather see him back last week, won a match, and then this week he won the IC number one contender.
Yeah,
match.
but hey, at least we got to see him do something again.
I'm happy with him winning, but I would like to see them do it a little bit different.
Okay.
Because you need to actually build him into the number one contenders match to make it look like he's going to win. Stephanie and Shane backstage. Rollins walks in. Will fell because he's not done lately. Right, he hasn't done anything lately. Because Ziggler went away. Stephanie and Shane backstage. Seth Rollins walks in. Rollins has a new talk show called The Rollins Report, which is great. Why didn't he name it? And I'll talk about this real fast. JP made a good point. He should have named it Keeping It Rollins. I agree with that. I endorse that 100%. He should have called it Keep It Rollins.
I absolutely agree with you, Mr. Candlelight.
What?
We need Aries in the draft to feud with him.
I agree.
I think he was talking about Corbin. I think he was actually talking
Corbin
about
and Aries?
Yeah, Because actually they had a good... Dallas was actually okay.
We need to see Aries on the main.
We just need Aries on, yeah.
But anyway, Rollins has a new talk show called Rollins Report. The highlight reel with Jericho at Battleground with Randy Orton. Zack Ryder seeks out Rusev, gets attacked by Sheamus. Then it's Sheamus and Ryder. Sheamus wins with the bro kick. Rusev comes out, beats up Ryder. Whatever. Breeze Dango versus Lucha Dragons. Breeze Dango wins the match. I can't believe they won a match.
I can't believe they're winning to all these tag teams that have are kind of developed. Like they won against the Vaudevillains, won against freaking Lucha Dragons. What the hell, man?
Yeah, I know. Breeze Dango, they're being pushed. Rollins comes out for the Rollins Report. He shows a video of Rollins having an interview with Reigns. Not a good guy, not a bad guy, a suspended guy. I love that. That is great. He's killing it. Ambrose comes out. He makes a jab at other people having to leave to try a fantasy. I don't know if you heard that part. He's taking a jab at Punk.
Yeah.
I know. Next week, a title match, Ambrose versus Rollins. Then we had Sami Zayn on commentary. Kevin Owens backstage with the rest. Stephanie says remove Zayn off commentary. It's Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. Vince arrives to talk to Renee Young. He's here to name the commissioner of SmackDown and Raw. Kevin Owens wins with a new move. I don't know if you noticed, he did have a new finisher.
I saw it.
Sami Zayn attacks Owens, Renee Young with the club backstage, and hashtag beat up John Cena once again. It was great as always. Can we do a 10-second silence for Jericho's scarf? Yes, we'll do that in the end of the show.
What? Why?
10-second moment silence.
What happened to his scarf?
Because Kevin Owens took it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was great. JP did leave already, but he'll be back hopefully for the next segment.
Yeah.
Then Social Outcasts come out talking about Titus O'Neil, Slater versus O'Neil. O'Neil wins. Renee Young with Sasha Banks backstage. It was okay. New Day at the Wyatt compound. I don't know if anybody liked it. You know what? Let me comment on this in a second. Fight between the Wyatts and New Day. All I'm going to say, did anybody get reminded of Matt and Jeff Hardy when you were watching this?
No, you want to know why? Because it was supposed to look like that. The camera.
Oh, it was good video, right? It was good video, right?
Yeah.
All right. No, it was good video.
I felt that was a jab at TNA. Like this is what this is supposed to.
But it looked really good. It actually looked a lot better than the Matt Hardy thing.
Oh, whew. And they were trying to make it look good in the Matt Hardy. They were trying to make it look crappy on WWE.
Yeah. Then we had the club comes out, Enzo and Kaz comes out. Enzo and Kaz versus the club. The match is thrown out. Cena saves Enzo. Enzo and Kaz and Cena throw the club out of the ring. Hey, say what you want. I'm glad these six are together. They fit well together. This is a good rivalry. Hopefully we see continue.
No, it's going to be good, and I think
and I'm
it's
sure at Battleground, John Cena and them are going to win. We'll see, though, because the draft will tell a lot of things.
I think what needs to happen, let AJ win now. I just don't.
AJ needs to win at SummerSlam.
I don't see him winning at SummerSlam.
He needs to win at SummerSlam, not at Battleground, at SummerSlam.
Okay.
The club doesn't need to win. AJ needs to win at Battleground or at SummerSlam. Then we had Dana with Charlotte versus Sasha. Sasha wins. Then we got Shane comes out, Stephanie comes out, Vince comes out, and he asks, who is the passive-aggressive daughter? She goes crazy. Vince names SmackDown Live GM. Shane McMahon is going to run SmackDown Live. He's the commissioner. Stephanie is the commissioner of Raw. Both need to name general managers of both programs. Stephanie slaps Shane. She twists her ankle on the way down. I don't know if y'all saw that. It was funny.
I heard about that.
And that was the end of the show.
Now, okay, so Shane is SmackDown commissioner?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so the Daniel Bryan thing will make sense then.
It's a GM.
As a GM, yeah. But that's what I'm saying, so then that means Triple H is going to be Raw. Okay, never mind.
Well, we'll see.
They're not going to do anything different, man.
They might. You might see something different. I just hope it's not Kane.
No, I don't think she'll do that. I could see Triple H. He's going to be freaking... He doesn't need to be a general manager.
I could see... I doubt he will be. I could see, like he talked about earlier when we did the draft, JP made a good point. I could see Michael P.S. Hayes. Why not? All right, he's one of the guys.
We'll drop the ball with AJ and now Kevin Owens.
I don't think they have, though. I don't think either one of the guys have dropped the ball yet. I mean...
Mr. Candlelight, I've been saying that for the whole show.
What?
Why not Eric?
Eric Bischoff?
Yeah.
We've seen it. We need to see fresh stuff.
Yeah.
All right? Michael P.S. Hayes would be great. Michael P.S. Hayes. DDP would be good. Something new. We don't need to see the same general managers again. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to see Vicky Guerrero and all
Val
these
Venus.
other things. Val Venus. Fine. That's No, he was commissioner for a little bit. He was general manager for a little bit.
He was Chief Morley.
Okay, Chief Morley, whatever. But we need to see new, fresh faces.
We do.
All right?
Right.
That's the reason I'm not crazy about Daniel Bryan being SmackDown GM, but I get it.
It's something.
And I understand.
Yeah.
All right? The crowd would be insane when he comes out to introduce the program.
Shut up, Mr. Candlelight.
What?
Papa Shango.
The Godfather. There you go. Hey, I'm fine with that. I need to see
There'd
some
be like a
fresh
hoe
faces.
train every week. I don't want to see that.
And what's wrong with that?
Because Jerry Lawler's not on Raw, so it won't be good.
All right.
You'll just have JBL going, oh, I know what time it is now.
There you go. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac.
Actually, why not the Clique? Why not have a member of the Clique? Why not Shawn
Why not
Michaels?
have all three of them?
Why not Shawn Michaels?
Why not have the NWO, except for Hulk Hogan, be the
Watch
GM
it
of
now.
Raw? Yeah, no, I know.
Watch it out.
But, no, you can have Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. That's the reason I say DDP, because DDP does a lot of things with the wrestlers backstage. He's helped out Scott Hall. He's helped out other people.
He's helped them
Why
all.
not? Who else you going to put in that position? I don't want to see the same people.
Yeah, no, I get you, man.
All right, you got anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Everybody on Periscope, our Periscopians, stick around. We got one more segment coming up. We're on wrestling news. We'll review SmackDown a little bit, TNA, NXT. Any questions you got, any comments, anything like that, we'll talk about on the next show. So, no. Anyway, you're listening to Wrestling with Attitude.
Tough and tough, part of your bluff, cuz I cheat, I steal. I lie, I cheat, I steal. I don't care if you don't like me. Everybody wants to fight me. Do you feel it?